Hi, it's Lori the Armchair Chef. I'm going to show you something that I've been wanting to show you, how I make my videos. Okay. I do something so basic. I use the Windows photo program. It's the one right here. Follow my arrow, read my lips. The one right here with the little square or the little, well, you can actually click on this one, Video Editor. Now you can also do the photos. So you click that and you open it up, and this is what opens up. You get this. You get the thing that has all your photos in it. And these are sorted by date. I don't know if they all are. So what you do is you go up to the top menu. This is my collection, my albums. This is on the computer. This is Windows 10, and this is the Photos program. You click on the video editor, and they have a new one. It's called Clipchamp. Now I went over there, and if you want to take your video, and it has where you can do the sections with the audio and the video and things in it and see them like some of the other editors, it has that. But I don't want that. I have I like the way this one is, and I'll show you why. So let me click on new video project because I'm just doing one right now to edit it, and it'll ask me for a name. So I will put, this is for my MYC 523. This is for my May Mystery Art Challenge. I just recorded it. So let me click OK, and that's the name of my video up there. Now I'm going to collapse this so it says my library. This is where I put my things I want to put in my video. Down here at the bottom is where the items will show up that I want to put in my video. So let me add stuff. Project library, where is it? Is it on the PC or from my collection? I say PC. It could be in my collection, but I know where to find it. And my computer's slow right now because I have a lot of stuff running. If you can see, I have a whole lot of stuff over here. There's a lot of stuff running right now. So it's going to be very slow. Wish that would go away. Okay, hopefully this is showing up. This is my old Zoom video, the one that I posted up the other day. So let me go find the one I'm doing right now. Zoom. And today's the 25th, so I have to go find that one. Should be that one. Let me move this in a little bit so I can see more. I think it's that one. Because I started one and I canceled it. And then I did one. And then I'm doing another one right now. So I believe it's this one. So I open that up. And if you do Zoom, it ends up, you can choose where you want to put it. But I leave it in there because I have so much other stuff. I don't want it to get confused. Okay. The video will show up in here. And there's a little checkbox here. So the checkbox says place it in my storyboard, or I can drag it down here. So it'll show up down here. Now, anything down here is going to play in here. Anything in here that's down here will play in here. So let me add a picture, and I will show you what that does. I will probably cut out these real boring waiting parts because this computer's a little slow. So let me see. I've got, oh, I gotta move me again. Damn it. I don't know where to put me. I have stuff in folders so that I can find it. I have a folder for pictures that I might want to use in my videos. See? And that Bitmoji where you can make it look like yourself, I did those and then I just save them and download them, things I might want to use. So, and some pictures that I've saved in here. Yeah, I used to have blonde hair. When I first started, I had blonde hair. Now I have like this one. I want to pick something. Let's put the picture of me and the dog in there. So I will do that. So that shows up in there. So I'll put that in the storyboard. Now that will show up. Now, when you highlight one of these, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. When you highlight one of these, it goes to that. This is considered an item. And if you look at the bottom, it will tell you this is 16 minutes and this is 3 seconds. So this will display for 16 minutes and this picture will display for 3 minutes. So let me put me down out of the way. So what I will do is I will start, see if I can turn my volume. I don't know if I can turn my volume off. Oh, there it is. I can turn the volume off. Okay, because I don't want you to hear it. Okay, so I will click on this. It'll show up here, and then I start playing it. So what I will do is I will pause it when I get to the beginning where I want it to start. Now, since this is Zoom, it always starts recording before. Okay, when I smile and then I start talking, then I know that's what it is. Now, normally what it wants you to do is trim the beginning off. But if you look at this down here, that's very, very tight. It's only seconds that I want to trim off. So I don't do that. I do a split. And what that does is at this spot, wherever I pause it at, it's going to stop it right there. And it's going to make a section in the front and a section in the back. Well, the section in the front is the part I didn't want. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. And delete it because I don't want that. So instead of trimming it, I'm splitting it into sections and deleting the section I don't want. So now when it starts, it will start where I want it to, where I'm talking. So then I'll just keep going through it and listening to it and watching it. And then when I get to a part, I might have to go back. Now, if I pause it, I can go forward seconds at a time, which is sometimes how I get my screenshots for my Mystery Yarn Challenge photos. You guys do the videos and I have to take a screen grab. Well, sometimes I use this program. I make it a little bigger by getting rid of this, makes it a little bit bigger, and I will go through and do this just to get a spot that I like, and I'll just do a screen grab from here. So, because if I do it from your video, sometimes it's hard to do that, but I have to because otherwise I have to download the video. So, but anyway, I can do a screen grab for my thumbnails and everything. So then I just let it go. And there's other ways to do this, but I use the little scissors. I've got that over here. So there's key combinations to use, but I don't do that. I just pick new. And the window comes up, asks me what I want to do. I want to choose my own rectangle. So it'll let me pick whatever I want. So I will go out. This is what I want. It's just this part right here. And then it'll take and just give me that screen grab. And then I'll just save it. And it puts it in my download folder. Yeah, that's a lovely picture. I'll save that one. I can decide where I want to put it. So I can put it somewhere else. If I'm doing a lot of the same thing, I will put it in a specific folder sometimes. Otherwise, I put it in everything goes in my downloads because that's where I go to look for things. So, okay, and then I just close that and then I can keep going and keep editing. Now, there's other things I can do. Now, this is the picture. It says 3 seconds on it. So if you play it, it plays for 3 seconds and then it stops or it switches to the next thing. So what can happen is you can do duration. You can change the length that shows up on the screen. And what I do for my videos for my Mystery Yarn Challenge is I have been putting it on like 15 seconds. So it gives people a chance to look at everything, or you can pause it and look at it. I try to do it so it's long enough to make it a decent size video. If I make it under 6 minutes, or if I make it under 8 minutes, there won't be an ad in the middle of it. So I try to make it under 5 minutes or 6 minutes so that there's no break in the middle for ads. I don't get ads because I use premium, so I'm really not sure how that works. But somebody told me that if it's over 8 minutes, there'll be a break in the middle for ads. So if you want more money on your videos, to make them longer than 8 minutes. Just saying, that's a helpful hint for you creators out there. You make them longer than 8 minutes, you get more ad revenue. Yep, found that out. So that's 7. Now I can add text. I have this set on here, so it's going to show up text. I type what I want up there in that box, and it'll show up on the screen. See, it shows up right there, puppy love. And then I have these options of how I want it to show up. So I can just pick on, and I don't have any other options on this program. Using this program this way is limited options, but it's just enough for you to do something and have a little fun. Now you can choose where you want it put. You can have it in the middle, you can have it on the top, the bottom, the sides, or small in the middle. So I'm in the middle of this one, so I want to have it put on one side. We'll have it put on the right side. So let's let me move me, and then you can see what it's going to look like. If you choose this one, classic, adventure, quiet, boom. And it will also depend on your background. This is a background of black, which usually things don't have a background of black. They usually have a background of white, which is why it's nice to have these options. Now, as it's going through, you can see this line down here is changing. This is where those letters are going to show up during this 7-second clip, okay? depending where I want it to show up. A lot of times I will use cartoon because it's yellow, it shows up, you can see it. I've never used that one. This one blocks half the screen, so I don't use that. This one I used on some of my stuff because during the holidays it has those little bubbles and stuff on it. And then there's a little one down here. Like if you want to put just a little thing down there, whatever, I don't know. So let's put something here that's going to show you. Okay. Now this shows it almost at the whole thing. Almost using the whole thing. So, no, I want you there. You can stay there? Okay. So now I'm going to say I'm done. And it's going to go back to the main page. So I will go there, go back to this, and I will hit play. And then you can see what it's going to do. It puts it up on the screen. And it'll leave it there for as long as I have chosen to have it be there. And it goes away. Now there's other things you can do. I use the 3D effects sometimes on my giveaways. This is where I do the confetti and the balloons and different things. So a confetti shower, and it has noise. Sometimes you can turn the noise off. I see other people do things, and I don't know how to do it, how to put a picture in a picture while I'm talking. That I'm not sure how to do. I'm sure the option might be here somewhere, but I have not ever used it. So this shows it only at this part of the 7 seconds. So what I would do is put this back up closer to the front and say that I'm done. Oh, I should have let you hear the noise that it makes. Let me go back. So I go back and my confetti shower is here. Okay, now I go there to edit it. Now I want to put the volume up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So let me turn the I always do that because it like resets it. That's how I do that. Kind of fun. And then you can add a card. And I do that sometimes at the end when I have some instructions or something that I want to give you. And when you're on the card is when you make the choices. There's not a lot of choices on this. You can choose your background, what color you want. And then I can choose the text that I want, which would be the same text I had over here. And then I have to put in here what the word is that I want. Where I want it. I want it on the right, the left, the middle. Depending on, and this is going to be by itself, self-standing. It's not going to be on top of the video or anything. This will be at the wherever I want to put it inside the video. So this will be the whole card. That's 3 seconds. So I will put done. I will move that over to behind that, and I'm going to change the duration. I want to make it longer. Make that 7 seconds. Now I have to go back in again and look at it and see how long the text is going to last. See, it was only going to last a few seconds. Well, I want to make it longer. We'll do that. Okay. And I'll put done. So I will go here, do that one. Now it switches over, the end. And that's where it stays. So what will happen is this will be the end of your video where your stuff is going to show up. You know, when you do your end things for your subscription and your videos, that's going to show up at the end, and you can change how long that stays. So this is 14 seconds at the end of your video. So depending on how long you put your subscription and your end thing up in your YouTube video, it will cover up this. So you have to remember what's going to be under it to know where to put it so it doesn't block anything. Like if you're going to put words up at the end, you want to make sure that the subscription box and the video box does not cover that. So, okay, so that's what I do. And then you can change any order of this just by dragging it. This one's really basic and I really like it because what'll happen is what I like to do is I like to go into the video and I can stop it wherever I want. Okay, I like that. And then I just stop it and I split it. And it splits it at that point. Then what I can do is continue this one here. If I want to cut out a section, I cut it out at the beginning because it's easier to find it. I stop at the end of the sentence or whatever, and then I go to where what I want to cut out is done, and then I will do another split. I'll go a little bit. Okay, I want to cut it out from here. I'll do another split. Instead of doing a trim, which you have to slide it, I don't do that anymore. I used to, but it would take too much time. This is so much faster. Now I have this section as a section I don't want. Just clip it, delete it. It's gone. Now, what I do is I will go a little ways. And I'll split it again. And this section is the section I wanted to speed up because it was something that was boring or I wanted to get through it fast or it didn't need to be that fast. So I will go to speed. And it has normal speed right now, which is 1 times. You can slow it down, which I usually will never do, or you can speed it up. Now, remember when I did the driving one in the snow, that was 4 times. That was very fast. I did that because it was driving. There wasn't a lot of speaking. You can't understand it. If you want to understand it, you can't really go past 1.75. That makes it really, really fast. So you can't, it's hard to understand. So let me show you what 1.5 is. You can still understand what I'm saying. And all you do is you unclick that. And it made this shorter. The time is shorter because it made the time shorter. So let me go back to the beginning. Let me unmute that so you can see what I'm doing. Now I have no idea what I'm going to say. See? If it's like I did with you can speed up just sections. And so it lets you break your video down into pieces like this. And you can alter these pieces. You can do a 3D effect on any part of this. You just split out the part you want to do that on and do it by itself, and then it goes away. Now, there's probably some things in here that I could do. They add pictures to parts of it, and I don't know how to do that. I don't see an option here on my thing to do that. I'm sure that is on other editing software. Now, this also has an option for background music and custom audio. The problem with that becomes when you upload it to YouTube, it does the search for the copyright music thing, and usually it says there's an infringement because it doesn't recognize the background music that you have, even if you downloaded it from YouTube. So I usually will go to the YouTube library and pick something out of there to use. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you this is something I do. Nobody ever shows you this and how to use it. There's some people that I would love for them to show me how they do some of their stuff, because it's just easy, basic stuff. This is like the most basic editor, and it works for me. It's fine. It's not fancy. It lets me do a few things. I can add words in. I can add a few effects, speed things up, add the little cards if I need to. It's very basic. So yeah, it doesn't take a lot of time. I already know it. Now, the other one that they want me to use, it gives you a more alterable. It gives you more, you have more options to change things. So, okay, I just thought I would do this for you. If you guys have any suggestions or any other editing software that's easy like this, what do you guys use? Let me know. This is the Windows Photo and Video Editor that came with Windows 10. That's the one I use. This is the basic one. The new version of this is called Clipchamp. I haven't gone into that. I did go into it and look at it, but it was taking me longer to figure out how to do the same things I'm doing here. So I just came back here because I already know how to do this, and so I can do it quickly. I don't have time to learn something new right now at this moment. So, all right, let me put this up and you guys can see how I do this. Now I have to, what I do is I go through and delete everything out of here, and then I'll re-download it again to do my video because I just messed everything up. I'll download that video again into here so it's a fresh raw video, and then I'll go through and do my editing. So, okay, there we go. Now I'm going to stop my editor here and see if it worked. If it didn't work, I'm not doing this again. So you won't get to see it. So, okay, thanks.